Do you like to garden but don't really have a good place to do it? Well, maybe a container garden is the choice for you. Here are the top 5 reasons to have a container garden. Number 1, you can grow food in small spaces. The number one thing about container gardening is that it provides you with an opportunity to garden in spaces that would otherwise go unutilized. I've taken advantage of the space on either side of these stairs to create 2 beds. The one on the right is 8 foot long and the one on the left is 4 foot long. You can even add a trellis and go vertical with your garden. These grow buckets are a fantastic design and will allow you to grow produce on your deck. These grow buckets are great for plant health, and they also keep your deck from rotting out. I've had these buckets on the deck for 2 years, and you can see that there are no bad effects. By growing plants vertically in these containers, you can find all kinds of space to grow food that was otherwise unutilized. The second reason to grow in a container garden is that you have total control over the soil quality. By mixing your own soil blends or using store-bought soil materials, you avoid the issue of not knowing what was in the ground before you got there. Sometimes the land must have been utilized for agricultural purposes or other things, and there may be pesticide and herbicide residues that you don't want to have in your food. You can make your own rich compost from yard and kitchen scraps and utilize that to recharge your beds. All of your investments in plant nutrition, such as compost tea and other nutrients, will go directly to your plant and not to the surrounding shrubs and bushes. The third reason to have a container garden is that there can be a lot less pests and diseases to contend with. These tomato plants are following the trellis up, have plenty of room to grow, and have kept all of their foliage off the ground. By using a trellis and going vertically, our plants are off the ground, and this keeps mildew spores from getting on the leaves. A plant that is affected by mildew is also more susceptible to pests. Reason number 4 to have a container garden is that it can be so convenient. Because container gardening provides you the flexibility to plant where you want to, you can essentially walk right out your door and have the opportunity to pick fruits right off the vines of your container garden. Why bend over or get down on your hands and knees to harvest fruits when you can just reach right out in front of you and pick them off the vine? In this case, we've got a trellis utilizing a small space and creating tons of produce. Look at all of these tomatoes. And the last but not least reason to have a container garden is that you can grow lots of great tasting produce. The wonderful thing about growing your own food is there are so many different varieties available compared to the grocery store. The Japanese cucumbers, for example, come in different lengths and different sizes, but in general they're very thin-skinned and very small-seeded. Cherry tomatoes are pretty forgiving because they take a variety of environments and they are so delicious and can be very abundant. Squash can do well in containers as you can stake them to a pole as they grow. By growing them vertically, you keep the fruits off the ground and away from pests and allow it to do its thing and be very productive. By taking advantage of all of these little spaces around your property that have got a little bit of sunshine, you can grow all the different types of vegetables and fruits that are available in the catalogs and that are not available in your grocery stores. Not only that, but your vegetables are going to come out blemish-free and absolutely delicious. This is a type of Asian gourd called an avocado squash that grows up a vine. It cooks up even better than a zucchini. Cherry tomatoes, some varieties of squash, and cucumbers are great for containers, can be grown vertically, and can work with just about 3 to 4 hours of sunshine a day. These are some great vegetables that you can add to your daily diet that you can grow in a container and enjoy at home.